Hello, thank you for joining Gordon's Nursery. And so tonight we have um, Ebony. We have Ebony. And you guys know what today is, and you know what we're doing. It's story time. Yes, so it's story time, and it's Sunday night, and it's time for you guys to get ready to hear your story. But first, I want to say I hope you guys had a wonderful weekend and you enjoyed yourself and you had a good time. And now it's time to get ready for the new week. That means that we're getting ready to get our story read to us. Hopefully, guys, you brushed your teeth, you washed your face, you got your PJs on, and you're sitting there waiting, ready for the story. But if not, you need to pause the video. Yes, pause the video so that we can go ahead and start the story. And we're going to get ready and we're going to read tonight Pretend. That's the name of this story, and it is by Jennifer Plecas. May not be saying her name right, but that's the story we're going to read. So hopefully you guys are already ready. All right, I'm just going to open the book. Take the plastic off. Hope you guys been really good for your mom and dad, your parents, and you've been listening to your grandparents and your big brothers, big sisters, and you've been really having a really good time. So now let's get ready for quiet time so we can wind down, so we can have our rest, so we can be ready for school tomorrow. But we're not going to talk about school. We're going to talk about this book called Pretend. All right, let's begin. There it was. Okay. So, here we go. Pretend, Jimmy said to Dad, that this couch is a big boat and that we're floating in the ocean. And so here's Jimmy and his dog, and he's talking to his dad on the couch. All right. Turning the page, moving right along. And pretend that there are sharks swimming all around us. So we throw this this rock into the water, and it scares them away. But now we're tired and starving, and we don't know if we'll survive. And here is how it will look in Jimmy's imagination in his world. There's the big shark that he was talking about, and they're there on the couch. What is the dog doing? He's really laughing. He's having such a good time with the story, huh? All right, let's turn the page. Now you go, Jimmy said to Dad. Say, oh no, what are we gonna do? Dad looked at Jimmy. Go ahead, Jimmy says. Oh no, Dad says. What are we going to do? I got it, says Jimmy. I have these fishing lines. They can save us. And so there's Jimmy with his fishing line in his hand. And the dog's looking at the fish, isn't it? He's laughing and talking to the fish in the water. All right. Moving right along. Jimmy and his dad cast their fishing lines into the water. Any bites, Dad? Any bites? Dad asked. No, okay. Any bites? Dad asked. I think so, Jimmy cried. It's not too big, but it will do. I think I feel something too, Dad says. Whoa, Jimmy said. You got a big one. I did, said Dad, smiling. Now let's go cook them, Jimmy said. I'll start a little fire right here. And so here they are in the water. And they're pretending that they caught fish. And these are the fish that they're supposed to have caught. And there's a little one and a big one. All right, moving right along. Jimmy and his dad cooked their catch over the fire. Try yours, Jimmy said. See if it's ready. Not bad, Dad said. Jimmy took a bite of his. He said. It's just right. Jimmy rubbed his belly and licked his lips. That was one good meal, he said. Now let's search for land. We can't survive on this boat forever. So there's Dad trying his fish. And there's Jimmy saying, it's really good. All right. Moving right along. Ebony, you being so good, you're just listening to the story. Oh, you almost spilled your milk. You're just trying to get your milk and it almost spilled. No standing on the couch, says Dad. We're on the boat, Jimmy says. Dad gave him a look. Jimmy squatted. Okay, how about we get our binoculars out? Dad searched his pocket. Right here, Jimmy said. Your binoculars. Oh, said Dad. Here they are. So there they are. And Dad gave him that look. But Jimmy said, no, we're on a boat. And then here they are, looking in their binoculars. All right, moving right along. Let's turn the page. See anything yet? Jimmy asked. Is there something over there? Dad asked. Jimmy squinted into his distance. Yes, Jimmy said. I think I see it too. An island. Paddle, paddle, paddle. Paddle fast. So there they are. And there they see the island. Uh-oh. All right, moving right along. Ouch, says Dad. I think I stepped on a crab. Ouch, cried Jimmy. Me too, but don't stop. We got to make it to shore. Help, grab my hand. So there's Dad grabbing Jimmy's hand. Moving right along. Jimmy flopped to the ground, panting. We made it, Jimmy said. Thanks for saving my life. Anytime, Dad said. Jimmy looked up. You know, there are wild beasts that roam the bottom of this island, he said. They eat people at night. The top is where we will be safe. Let's climb to the top. Make our fort. So here's where Dad supposedly saved Jimmy. And then here is where they go to the island and he says climb to the top. I have to pause the video because the dog is barking. So let's pause the video and we'll hold our spot. And we'll be right back. All right. Back to what we were doing before we were interrupted by that dog outside. All right. So Jimmy starts to climb. I'll go first, he said. I don't know if I can make it, Dad says. Don't worry, Jimmy called. I'll help you. And there's Jimmy helping his dad, pulling him up the mountain. Jimmy and his dad rested at the top of the mountain. We could see everything from up here, Jimmy said, looking through his binoculars again. Now we need to make our fort. And there's Jimmy, sitting there looking in through his binoculars, looking over the island. Moving right along, let's turn the page. We can use these huge leaves, Jimmy said. We could put them on top of these tree stumps. It will protect us if it rains. There he has it, the chairs as though they're tree stumps. Remember what the story is. He's pretending, right? Yes, he's using his imagination. He's pretending that those are trees. And they're going to make their fort over it. All right. Together, Jimmy and his dad made a fort. It's good, Jimmy said. Now we can go inside. Come on, Jimmy and his dad crawled inside. And this is the imaginary fort which he made as they were pretending. All right, moving right along. Let's turn in a page. Inside the fort was nice and cool. I think it might be time for a rest, Dad said, stretching out as best as he could. I have an idea. Why don't we pretend that we're two tired explorers taking a rest in their fort after a long day of exploring? Let's pretend that stars are coming out and we're building a campfire, Jimmy said. And then we can look up at the stars and say, this is the best time ever. So there's Dad laying down. And there's Jimmy talking about the pretend things that they would do together. About looking up at the stars and that they're tired. All right. Moving right along. Well, says Dad, I don't have to pretend that part. It is the best time ever. Jimmy got to work quickly. He started the fire. It was nice and warm. And there they are. All right. Last page. You're a pretty good pretender, Dad, Jimmy said. So are you, said Dad. And you're pretty good for real. Jimmy smiled. You too, Dad, he said. You're the best for pretender and for real. So that's Jimmy talking to his dad too. And that's the end of the story. All right. So again, we just read Pretend by Jennifer Plecas. I may be saying that name wrong. I'm not sure how they pronounce it. But that was a good story. So I hope you guys enjoyed your story tonight. And again, we want you guys to listen to your parents. And I hope you have a sweet and wonderful night. Remember, listen to your parents. And what? Don't let what? Don't let the bed bugs bite. Oh, just before we do that, hit that thumbs up, right? Give us a thumbs up. Hit the bell so you can hear us again. And stay tuned for the next story for next week. All right. Good night.